employable. We have joining us in the studio Dr. LEGBORSI YAAMAABANA, who is the President General of the Ogoni Youth. Am I correct? Am I correct about that? Yes. And he's launched an initiative. Under that initiative, 150 young people were given training in ICT to make them employable, to take them away from ugly trends that normally happen in the area. So thank you so much for joining us, and good morning.
Thank you. Thank you, and good morning, Rivers people and listeners.
So tell us about this initiative. And you said 150 people are already beneficiaries.
Yes, Shegu, but before I talked about that initiative, you know, Bako Angbashim worked in Ogoni in Bori.
Yes.
And he was very close to us. We worked very closely. His death is very painful, and I wish to express that grief in this studio. It's really very painful. I mean, so rest in peace. I want to use this opportunity to appeal to the governor to see how to reach out to his family. He has a very beautiful family, wife and children. It's really painful that this incident happened.
I also recall that you are also one of the youth leaders who work closely with him in ensuring that young people in the area maintain peace and order.
Exactly. We worked very closely. You see, the man achieved a lot of fields, and he deserves any support. His family deserve any support at this time. We cannot raise the dead, but what happened is very painful. And Shegu, let me tell you, I don't want to preempt or predict what might have happened, but I want to tell you that we have had occasion like this in Ogoni, where that man was almost killed. And because his men ran away from him and he was alone to combat the hoodlums. And I believe that is a similitude of what might have happened in Ahoda. You know, and I want to also call on other policemen to be committed to their job. You cannot run away and leave your boss and they kill your boss and you're coming to tell us what. You know, this thing, we can't phantom it in any way you want to place it. But all the same, may he so rest in peace.
Of course, that's a developing story, and I know that that's one story that we'll be looking up in the news and in all news and current affairs. But again, let us talk about this initiative of yours that has seen the training of 150 young people in tech and ICT. What motivated this?
Well, Shegu, this project that we are doing, because we just flagged it off yesterday, they are not yet trained, they are to be trained, is what I called my personal social responsibility to my people. Shegu, you see, we are in an evolving world of technology. And we are looking at how we can create and build another Mark Zuckerberg from Ogoni. Because if we don't catch up with the trend, we'll be left behind. Shegu, our youth, 150 of them, by the special grace of God that has enabled us, shall be empowered with training, cutting-edge training, such as cybersecurity, data analytics, software development, website design, and lots more. These are trending skills that nobody will have and go hungry. These are skills that are highly prized in the technological marketplace. And our people must be caught with the wave. We don't want them to be left behind. And like I said, we are deliberately putting this together. It wasn't easy because, as you know, we don't receive allocation. We are not in government, but God is using us to do this. And we give God the glory. Yesterday, you could see the smiles on the faces of the youth. And the hub, the center we have employed to carry out this training is one of the best in the sub-Saharan Africa region. Google them, the Harvest Tech Hub. They are located here in Port Harcourt, and they have done major trainings in other parts of the country. And we have brought them here to say, look, we must train our youth, starting from Ogoni. And Shegu, this will go a long way in reducing crime and criminality. Because like the going says, an idle man is the devil's workshop. We have observed over the years, and research has also, made us understand that the reason why we have pockets of crime here and there is because people are not doing anything. But if these youths are engaged, like we have also orientated them yesterday, they will go back and train others. And by so doing, our place will bounce back again to the glory days. That's what we are looking at. It's about community development. It's about giving back. It's about lifting lives. And I believe, Shegu, God is on our side, history is on our side on this journey.
I'm speaking to Dr. Ambassador LEGBORSI YAAMAABANA, who is a prominent youth leader in Ogoni, actually the Ogoni youth leader, and is embarked on an initiative that would equip about 150 young people in Ogoni with ICT skills and cutting-edge computer technology training that will make them employable not only in the country but also give them global certification. And he's working with some organization. I know that you're working with another non-government organization. Talk to us about that. What role are they playing? And again, how are you sourcing the beneficiaries? Because you have said to us that one of the reasons why you're doing this is to reduce the level of crime and criminality in Ogoni. Again, do you think this can actually solve it? How did you get these 100 people? How did you source for them? And how are you collaborating, even with community leaders, traditional institutions, to ensure that the people that should benefit from this training are the people getting the training?
Very well. The selection process was very transparent. We place an advert on our website, ogoniyouthfederation.org, where interested participants were given 2 weeks to register for skills of their choice. And like I said, our target is 150. But within the span of 2 weeks, we got about 700 applications, you know. So we had to screen. And the criterion we use in screening is also on the website, because there was a caveat that for you to participate in the training, you must own a laptop. So we had to screen those that doesn't have laptop were dropped, and I do not I feel sorry for them. It's not deliberate, but you see, Shegu, you cannot be learning skills like that which I have mentioned, without owning a laptop. This is not a what do you call it, a visual training that we are doing. We are doing a physical training, and it's going to last for 3 months. It's an intense training that we are going to dive into very serious business. We're talking about cybersecurity. It's not a joke. So having screened those that doesn't have laptop, we are left with about 200 of them, which we called and orientated yesterday that will be part of the training. And that 200 that has this laptop, we have told them that, look, they must take this training very seriously, because at the end of the day, they are going to be certified. Certificates that will be issued to them are internationally recognized certificates that they can use to work anywhere in the world. And Shego, I tell you, I have a friend that is a data analytics, whom is going to be one of the trainers. That my friend works as just data analytics. His salary is 2.5 million. And I want to see an Ogoni where we can build up young men with these skills that can compete with that, my friend. I was telling him yesterday and he was laughing. So this is what we are looking at. So the selection process was very transparent, and I'm sure everybody is comfortable with it.
We were at the flag off of the initiative yesterday, and in fact, that's even informed us bringing you to the studio this morning. And one of the lecturers at the flag off yesterday, Dr. Terry Bagia, made a statement. He said the whole essence of the training is not to make the people seekers of labor, but creators of labor, making them create job opportunities. But again, we're looking, this is quite limited, 150 people. Thousands of people out there, young people in your area. Okay, don't you think you also need to extend a hand to other organizations to join you in this? Or perhaps we have multinationals working in Ogoni, rather than going cap in hand, begging for compensation, begging for some crumbs. Don't you think this is an initiative you need to open up to them and let them buy into it, so as to give more young people the opportunity?
Well, thank you very much, Shigu. And that takes me to what I want to say now. You see, we have one particular organization in Ogoni called High Prep that is doing cleanup.
Yeah.
Shigu, to my greatest surprise and chagrin, I reached out to the project coordinator about this training. I said, look, all we need from you is just provide laptops for this Ogoni youth. If not for anything, as a CSRO to Ogoni community, because it is Ogoni fund that you are using to implement this project. And this was rebuffed. We have also reached out to local government chairmen across our lands. They are not showing any serious interest. This is not politics. This is real human lifetime opportunities we are giving to these young people. We have tried. And they're not giving us attention. We can't use force majeure. We are doing the one that we can accommodate within our reach. It's not easy. Sheikh, if I tell you how much we expended for this, you'll be shocked. To train one of the trainees alone is not less than 200,000. And we're talking about over 250 done by just us. I mean, we are just youth organization. I'm just one person here, together with my youth that are not they're not money bags. So I want to use this medium again to call on them to think twice and see how we could support these people, because this is the simplest and surest way of fighting criminality. If you train these youths, you pick even the 150 we are taking from the streets. Shego, I know the impact is going to create in Ogoni. And like I have told them, after being trained, they should also try to see how to give back, because they have been trained for free. They should see how they can also train others.
So again, you have this training that is going to span for 3 months. What is the monitoring mechanism to ensure that those whom you're going to invest in, you're going to give them equipment, you're going to give them training? How are you going to monitor after the training to ensure that they plow back what you've given to them and also help others?
Well, this Harvard Tech Hub, the center that is doing the training, has already put in place mechanism for all of that. Then there's another NGO, the Center for Social Justice and Environmental Rights Protection, that is also monitoring the trainees. So it's going to be a very serious business, like I say. There is no joke about it. Even myself, that is seated in the studio here, Shegu, you will be shocked that I'm also one of the trainees.
Okay.
I want to
Apart
learn.
From sponsoring the
exactly.
training,
I want to learn. I want to take a skill there. Yes, I want to. So it is very important. I see it as an opportunity too for myself. So if I am going to be learning it, I don't see any reason that any Ogoni youth, any excuse that any Ogoni youth will give not to take advantage of this opportunity. But I am telling you, so thus far, I have seen enthusiasm. I have seen the zeal. But the only challenge we're having is that we needed to take more than that 150. But we are going to work towards it and see how to reach out to other well-meaning individuals that we have not reached out to. But I am telling you that those we have reached out to have not shown any patriotism thus far.
Well, fantastic. We're having a conversation with Dr. LEGBORSI YAAMAABANA. He is the President General of Ogoni Youth Federation. He has said that rather than going cap in hand, asking multinationals to give money, he has decided to embark on a training for young people like him and a flag of a training program that's going to accommodate 150 young people. So far, 150 of them have been registered. It's going to be a 3-month training, working in partnership with some NGOs, and they are assuring that this 3 months training would give some of the youth that will benefit cutting-edge training in technology, RTC, and also make them not only employers of labor, but give them recognized certificates, even accepted internationally. However, they have a challenge. The challenge they have is that they are willing to expand the scope of the training to accommodate more young people, but they're finding it difficult to have the buy-in of the local government and even multinationals operating in the area. And this is the reason why it's appealing that those operating in the Ogoni need to buy into it. And this is the surest way to taking young people out of the streets and reducing crime and criminality. Again, Ambassador, have you also approached the government? Have you sent a proposal to government on this?
Well, we haven't sent a proposal to the state government. Now, our reason is not far-fetched. The governor, His Excellency Siminalayi Fubara, is just about 100 years in office, 100 days in office, and he's doing very well. You are aware the Commissioner of Youth, they are also doing some River State training.
In fact, the Commissioner of Youth is also working on a similar line.
Exactly.
ICT.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's why we didn't bother to reach out to them, because we believe that this thing should not also be left in the hands of government alone. Government cannot do everything. Private individuals, organizations, well-meaning organizations can assist government by this way that we are going, and not every time depending on government. But thus far, I can see a clear-cut vision from the government through the Commissioner for Youth and other of his commissioner. They are implementing his campaign promises. I don't want to bother him with the one that we can do. But I believe that this one that we have taken out of the streets is a plus to the government.
Okay.
So government should do theirs while we do ours.
All right.
But we shall reach out to government on other areas.
I'm going to be opening a telephone line now, but when I come back, you said to train one youth is about 200,000, and you're planning to train 150 of them.
Yes.
And that's going to be running into millions of naira.
Exactly.
So I'll be asking you, how are you getting the funding? I will want you to tell us that. But again, for the lines to be opened, 070-5079-1021 and 081-174-31021. Again, 070-5079-1021 and 081-174-31021. We're having conversation with Dr. LEGBORSI YAAMAABANA, who is the President General of Ogoni
Ogoni Youth Federation.
Ogoni Youth Federation, and it's embarked on an initiative which is aimed at taking 150 young people off the streets of Ogoni and giving them ICT training, international ICT training, that's going to make them employers of labor and also qualify them for employment opportunities. Again, is seeking assistance, and is saying that the sad thing is that so many multinationals in the area are not buying into it, including the hydrocarbon pollution and remediation project, HYPREP. So we're asking him, how is he going about this, and what is the future of the project? We'll see if we just take 2 calls on the matter, and we'll come back. Hello, good morning, and thank you for joining us. Point blank. Hello, good morning.
Morning, Pastor Shego.
Thank you so much for joining us. Good morning.
Okay, good morning once again. My name is Ambassador Binta Kingsley, the National Executive Council member of the Youth Federation. Let me greet my able president in the studio, Dr. LEGBORSI YAAMAABANA.
Greetings.
The man that is proud today. Hello, Pastor Shego.
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. I said I want to join you to thank our president for what he's doing in the life of Ogoni youth. However, like he has rightly mentioned, that's the problem we are having in this part of the world. When you see when someone is passionate about embarking on a program that has direct bearing on the youth like this, people will just shy away from supporting it because maybe perhaps it's all during political era. If you are during political period now, you have seen all of our politicians coming to say they want to show solidarity. But since they know that now it's not that whole campaign, there is nothing in the kitty, they are not interested. And that's what we are saying, that people should be deliberate about, thinking about the youth. Not when it's doing politics, you bring money that does not have any meaning, you give it to our young people just to make sure that they carry out some suffering for you. And I want to join my president to also call on our people in Ogoni land that they should join in supporting this project because it has direct bearing on the youth of Ogoni. Just imagine yesterday the kind of excitement we saw on the face of those that were in attendance. Imagine when they will be trained and eventually, have the certificate and go about their own personal business. Just, what this will do in the life of our youth. I don't see any reason why people will not support this kind of program. I don't just understand at all. I don't understand. So I want to thank you once again, President General, for what you're doing. And I also ask that don't relent in what you're doing. God is seeing your efforts. Everybody is seeing what you're doing. At the right time, you'll be rewarded appropriately.
All right. Thank you so much, Kingsley Dinkpa. And we'll just take one more before we move on. 070-5079-1021. That is 070-5079-1021. 081-174-31021. Hello, good morning, and thank you for joining us. Point Blank Saturday.
Good morning, Mr. Shiva.
Good morning.
I greet you guys in studio. My
Thank
name is Linus.
Linus, good morning.
I want to ask your guest how sincere he is on this training.
Okay.
I could remember when this LEGBORSI was on air in respect to the East-West Road. That thousands of Ogoni youths and said until the road is fixed, he will not go away from the road. And finally, we heard that the government gave him money. Up to now, he has refused to talk about the East-West Road. That is taking human life. You have to say it. Thank you.
Okay, so Linus is asking a very serious question. What is the sincerity of this project? And well, again, he has alleged that in the past you were known to have said something you did not stay through with. So again, he wants to know about this particular one.
Well, thank you. About sincerity of purpose for this project. If the caller was at the center yesterday, he will see everything that happened. It's not it's not a child's play. We are serious about it and very sincere. The trainers was there, the hub was there. I even forgot to inform you, I even donated some computer laptops to the center yesterday. Now, the reason is that there are people that genuinely may want to do this training, but they don't have access to laptop. So I say the center should keep it there. If those sort of people come, they should train them with it. But like I said, without you own a laptop, you cannot do it perfect. Because when you go home, you also have to practice what you have been trained, because software will be installed in personal laptops to all of the trainees. Then on the issue of the East-West route, I cannot fathom why somebody will just come and say me, LEGBORSI, was giving money. I have been one of the strongest advocates of that road, even till now, for that road to be done. But the Nigerian state happened to that road. And till now, I am shouting on top of my voice that road has to be done. I have not relented. But we have done 7 days protest, and the caller is aware. He confirmed. And beyond, after that 7 days, we have been on national television everywhere talking on top of our voices. The reason why we have not gone back to do protests is because protests cannot solve this problem at this material time again. What we have seen now is that it is now in government cycle. People are not talking about it. Consequence to the attention of the government withdrew to it. You have seen the Minister for Works visited that road. You have seen the Senate, that road being debated on the Senate, on the floor of the Senate, and things are being done about it. I can tell you that. But the issue is that I spoke with the company ROCC doing that road recently, and they told me that it's raining, they cannot start earthwork. Yes, I understand that there are issue of funding and all of that here and there, but they are going to do the road. But government cannot give me money. Who am I for government to give me money about this West Road?
All right.
So that should be debunked, and this containers.
Well, again, there was a question I asked before we take the call that it's going to cost 200,000 to train one of the participants for 3 months, and you're having 150 of them. So where's the funding coming from?
Exactly, Shegu. You see, I have been on this journey for a very long time. You're also aware I ran for House of Representatives.
Yes.
And that period, people ask me, how did you bought your form? I am not a idle person. I work. I own companies that I used to do private businesses. So if I decide to use my phone to empower my youth, and people start asking where is the phone coming from, then it's worrisome. I don't have all the money. But I can tell you, Shegu, there are people that have money that cannot impact in humanity. We are here for humanity. That is what we are doing. And I want to thank the hub, the trainers, because they were able to subsidize this rate for me. They were able to subsidize it. That is why it is like a partnership that I'm doing with them. It is when you, as a leader, you use your influence to drag things home. That is what makes you a leader.
Well,
and
fantastic. We must thank you, Dr. LEGBORSI YAAMAABANA, the President General Ogoni Youth Federation, for this initiative. And we're excited that a young people can conceive, or a young man can conceive such initiative to help fellow young people. We'll be monitoring the project, and we'll be also following up on the projects after 3 months. Perhaps we'll have some of them to come display the skills that they've gained. Once again, congratulations to you, and thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, and God bless you.
And just before we go, again, our condolences to the River State Police Command, and also to the family of SP Bako Angbashim, that gallant police officer who died in the early hours of today. So sad, but again, this is a developing story that we'll be following up. And of course, earlier, as we started discussion, Dr. LEGBORSI YAAMAABANA also alluded to the fact that the police officer worked very hard while he was in the Ogoni axis, and that he was one of those who worked closely with him in ensuring the eradication of crime and criminality. So we'll stop at that. And again, thank you so much for being part of Point Blank this Saturday. We'll thank all our callers, our participants. We thank Inye Okupon and also Olalekon Ige for joining us. Good morning. Stay on Point Blank, or stay on Super 93.3 FM. We have all the fantastic programs for you.
Welcome to a new dimension.
Great news! The Super FM Marketing Studio is now situated in the unique business district of Port Harcourt.